Sharif, but he is known as AJI the General Sharif. AJI bhai, welcome you here on Sports Time.
Assalamualaikum, good to be here, thank you.
Well, Samji, thank you. And the next gentleman, he's been a chairman or president of Reading Pakistan Community Center, and he's still active. He's a community leader, and people know him. And because of AJI, this gentleman, and the third guest we are having, Reading is now known in even Pakistan, everywhere. Mia Salim Saab, he's here with us. Mia Salim Saab, assalamu alaikum ji. हम आपको वेलकम करते हैं जी वीनस टीवी पे स्पोर्ट्स टाइम पे। और तीसरे गेस्ट जो हैं हमारे साथ वो रेडिंग के मेयर भी रह चुके हैं। और आपको याद होगा 2005 में जब पाकिस्तान में ज़लज़ला आया तो दुनिया भर से डोनेशंस हुई, चैरिटीज़ हुई, फंड रेजिंग हुआ, और इन्होंने बढ़ चढ़ कर सबसे ज़्यादा मेरे ख्याल में यूके में जो पर्सनैलिटी थी, जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन थी, जिन्होंने सबसे ज़्यादा ये फंड रेजिंग की, और अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह इस नोबल कॉज के लिए उन्होंने बड़ा अपना एक काम किया और मुकाम बनाया। साबिक मेयर रेडिंग चौधरी रियाज साहब आपको वेलकम करते हैं सर।
Thank you very much.
People, we know that this boxing, especially the heavyweight, it started way back in 1885, and then we have seen number of Americans. They've been winning heavyweight champions, few times Italian, Ukrainian, Germans, those countries they have won. Even Britain is number 2 at the moment, but with very limited numbers. But at least now, since Naseem Ahmed here, he was very famous youngster, but now he's gone. Amir Khan is a promising character. He's an upcoming character. He's doing his best. But this chap, AJI the General Sharif, will like to know more about from his own mouth why did he become boxer, and what made him to do it, and all those things. So at least our youngsters sitting at home, they can get motivated, because he's a symbol and he's real role model here. AJI, first of all, congratulations to you. You turned into pro, and you won your first boxing merely by 1 point, but it's a win still.
Yeah, a win's a win. So it was good. It was a good experience. First pro debut, had a lot of pressure on me, but I done good. Yeah, it was very good. I fought a very good opponent. He's strong, tough, durable opponent.
From Preston, Paul
He's
Morris.
from Preston, yeah. Paul Morris is a durable person.
He had already won 30 fights, probably.
He hadn't won, but he'd had 30 fights. He had a long amateur career as well before that. But yeah, it was a good test for me for my first fight against someone with 30 fights, and I beat him, so it was good. It was good.
But when I was going through your credentials, you were not sure that you are going to become professional or you are going to become something in boxing. You're sort of reluctant, and
Yeah.
people were saying to you, you are like Tyson, this, but you would know about yourself.
Yeah.
So what happened all of a sudden that you were playing amateur and then reduce your 3-stone weight, and now in cruiserweight you were, amateur heavyweight as well before?
Yeah. I wasn't mentally prepared for the boxing scene. I started when I was young. I started when I was 15.
15, yeah.
And I was on and off and on and off. I wasn't sure if I wanted to go that way. I went weightlifting and powerlifting. I done them kind of sports first, and then I took the boxing scene, and I had all in all I had 16 fights, which I lost one, and the loss I had was to the Olympic gold medalist Anthony Joshua, and I was fighting at super heavyweights, so I used to weigh in at 100 kilos and fight some people 140 kilos, and when I thought it's time to turn professional, take it serious, and prepare myself for that, I had to. I lost the weight, 3 stones, and I came down to cruiserweight, which I thought was a sensible weight for me, because I'm 6'1". So
what's the difference between, as far as financial thing is concerned? What's the difference between amateur and professional? Don't you get paid when you are amateur?
Amateur, you don't get paid. Amateur, you don't get paid. Professional, you get paid, of course. Amateur is more of you try to get the experience in, try to get as many fights, and even try to get a bit of recognition. So when you turn professional, you've got the experience to fight these experienced fighters, because you've got professionals out there who have had over 100 amateur fights, 200 amateur fights. Then they turn professional, which gives them the advantage,
Andy Edge is still with you as a trainer, or?
Andy Edge is my coach. He's the head coach.
Okay.
He trains me in boxing technique and technically.
Since how long? Since when?
Since I decided to turn professional, he's been with me and he's supported me all the way through, and he's been great help.
And your promoters are
My manager and promoter is Steve Goodwin.
Yeah, okay.
I'm with them for the management side, and I've got other coaches like strength and conditioning coaches that help me. That's Richard Jones, PTU. Then I've got also other people that help me like Neek and Dave. Got these kind of people that I've got a good team around me that are helping me out. So to get me prepared for
so
my
you
fights.
are very much serious this time that you and you know when you say that you need to fight every month.
Yeah.
I mean, is it practicable every month? You know,
Um,
first you have one fight and then you have to relax for at least couple
Yeah.
of months. But every month.
Yeah, it's, I think some fighters try to keep busy all the way through their career, try to get as many fights in, and then maybe they want to make a big statement after they've had 10 fights, 11 fights, even go for a title. But like I said, I wasted a lot of time deciding what I wanted to do, so I'm in a bit of a speeding process.
True.
So that's why
To cover your
the
time,
cover the time that I've lost.
Yes,
so
yes.
this year I'm planning to have 8 fights in this year. So by then, next year I'll go for a title fight. British or
Inshallah,
something,
inshallah. I'll come back to you with a very technical question, you know, what you faced in your last fight. But let me talk to Mia Salim साहब. Mia साहब, चौधरी रियाज साहब से भी मैं यही सवाल करूँगा और आपसे भी. Let's come back to you with that, you know, when you were having your, I think probably 4th round, and he hit you below the belt somewhere.
Yeah.
What if you had, you know, been not been able to play again, right?
Yeah.
Would you been technically knocked out, or he would have been disqualified? What would be the result? Let's say, for God forbidden.
It depends on the referee.
Okay.
It's, if the referee's seen it like he did,
Right.
and he said low blow and I couldn't carry on, then he would have got disqualified.
All right.
But if the referee didn't see it and he said it doesn't seem like a low blow and I did stay on the floor, then he would have won.
Okay.
So the referee did see it, luckily. So I was in a lot of pain as it was, and he basically warned the opponent, and they give you up to 5 minutes to recover.
Okay.
But because I think I got a little bit angry, so I jumped straight in.
Yeah, I mean, when you had, I think, maximum couple of minutes, and then you were ready, like it didn't happen nothing to you.
Yeah, it's just adrenaline, and I got a bit angry, and I just jumped straight back into it. So.
But at least, you know, from the very first round, I watched that fight 3-4 times at least, because, you know, I was watching through different angle.
Yeah.
It's not like only you won. The way, I mean, body language, your body language, I was checking his body language, and, you know, all those things, and crowd, you know, hoo-ha, this and that. I was, you know, monitoring all those things. Okay, this cruiserweight is very next to, you know, heavyweight. It's probably very next to heavyweight. But you have already lost your 3 stones. So what if you gain again, then would you be becoming heavyweight, or, I mean, you need to stay in cruiserweight for a while?
Yeah, my aim is to stay in cruiserweight, hopefully win titles, stay undefeated, and it's up to me. If I want to go up to heavyweight, I can go up to heavyweight.
But if you want to go heavyweight,
then I have to put on the weight.
Okay.
But I'm naturally quite big built, so it's not a problem for me to put on weight. It was more of a problem losing it, but I had to lose a lot of muscle, and I had to get rid of everything else with it. So.
Okay, one question, people like me or for our viewers, because we don't know how these, you know, these fights are set. Like, whether it's up to you, your management, or together, how would you, you know, select your opponent? What happens in between? And then we see 2 boxers are coming. How will it happen?
The fighter doesn't have much to say, you know, about the opponent or who he's going to fight.
Okay.
It's mainly up to the manager and promoter.
All right.
And whoever he thinks is sensible and to take the best route to build the fighter up. So like my route, I think a lot of people said you shouldn't fight this guy. He's had too many fights and this and that. But I just went. I thought I'll go for it because I knew I was ready, and I gave it a go. But it's totally up to the management and promotion. They sort everything out.
And when your promotion challenges the other one, so do you offer the money, or it has to be decided mutually? How do we decide winner and loser money? You know?
I'm not too sure. That's to do with the management promotion. I don't know about the finances or what they agree and what they don't. I'm just told.
We just like to beat.
I'm just told. Listen, you're fighting on this day. Get ready. This is the guy you're fighting. And then my boxing coach, Andy Edge, he'll probably try to examine the other guy, just see his weaknesses and his strengths.
Right.
and then we'll work on them, and then I just go there and just do the
And
job.
this ball-headed thing, most of the boxers they
Yeah.
have just to use headbutt or what, or it's natural. I mean, it's
think-
your style.
I think I had long hair before, but I think
Okay.
it's thinned out now. So,
Or
but
you want to become like Tyson because
nah,
the way you fight it. It is
nah,
like,
my style, I fight aggressive.
Right,
If people have seen me on YouTube, they know I'm aggressive. I'm a pressure fighter. But I've always cut my hair short. I've always had it like that from day one. And plus, when you're training and you've got hair and long hair, I always used to get a lot of sweat coming into my eyes and stuff like
right,
that.
okay.
So I just prefer it having short.
So probably at the age of 30, you might have another maximum 3 or 4 years. Practically, if we say, because in boxing you can't prolong your, unless you just box and do. That's another thing. But practically only 3 or 4 days, or 4 years maximum. Isn't it?
I'm not. No, I don't know. I used to hear this a long time ago. You may not have, but cruiserweight, heavyweight, you're
No,
really.
it's not. I'm not talking about you.
No, I'm not talking
Generally.
in general. Yeah, in general.
Yeah.
What I'm saying in generally, now cruiserweight and heavyweight, a lot of them peak really late. They're known for going on for longer times. If I was a welterweight, like Amir Khan's weight, if I was a lightweight, then you don't have much time period. It's normally good to fight between the 20s to 30s. Heavyweight, cruiserweight is a bit different because we're bigger, we're heavier. Also, it depends on how many fights you've had, how many long wars you've had, If you've taken so many blows to the head, which I haven't had many wars. I've finished my opponents quite quick, luckily, so far. And also, the training and the science behind everything has changed totally past so many years, You used to get Muhammad Ali and these guys never used to know much about nutrition,
Right.
dieting, eating properly, the different kind of training. So if things have changed, you've got people winning titles now at the age of 50, like Bernard Hopkins and George Foreman
Yes,
came back.
true.
And
I know.
it's
Even
totally
he was at
changed.
Holyfield, he was ready.
Holyfield as well, It's totally changed. The boxing game has changed over the years. The science has come in, so it's very different.
Okay, we'll talk about more about the rankings. What are the rankings? Most of the people they don't know. Anyway, viewers, we are going on a very short break. When we come back, we'll take your. We've got AJI, the Journal Sharif, the new boxer, upcoming emerging boxer in Britain. He is beating Paul Morris from Preston in November the 16th, on November the 16th last year, and he's going to have his next fight in March. So let's ask from him what he's going to do in March, and who is the opponent, and what's his preparations of training and all those things. But first question, this question, but the basic question, Michael Sprout, at the age of 15, he saw something in you, but you didn't listen to him. You left boxing and then.
Yeah. Michael Sprout, who's former British, Commonwealth, and European champion, he's my training partner. Me and him done a lot of preparation for the first pro fight.
Right.
Yeah, he saw me when I walked in when I was young, and I went to the boxing club and I used to train. And he said I was good, and he said to me, look, why don't you carry on? You've got something there. You should definitely stick to it. But I think I was young, I was immature, and those days, you got other things that you think about, and I drifted away from the sport. But it's probably the biggest mistake I made. So
at least you got a chance to recover that thing.
Yeah,
what
definitely.
about next fight in March?
Next fight is March the 8th.
Is it without title or?
No, this is an international fight.
But it's professional.
It's a professional fight. It's my second professional fight.
Is it with the UK-based boxer or out?
It'd be, I'm fighting a person from Czechoslovakia.
Czechoslovakia, okay.
So he's coming down, and we're fighting. His name's Mario Lakatos.
Right.
He's a good.
Has he got his title at the moment?
No, it's not a title fight or anything like that. It's just a professional fight. I think as 8, 9, or 10 fights go on, then I'm hopefully go for a title. But yeah, he's getting himself ready, and I've been preparing well for it. So it
when you fought with Anthony Joshua, by then you both were undefeated. Okay, yeah. I mean he was already in that business. I beat you, but altogether, apart from this fight, last fight, you had 16 fights. 8 are I think recognized, and 8 are not.
Yeah, I started off doing the 8 unlicensed fights.
Unlicensed, yeah.
And then I went on to the amateurs after that. So I had 8 amateurs, all in all 16. Yeah.
Unlicensed means, so what does it mean?
Unlicensed is just basically not sanctioned. It's not it's not with a license. It's not
Right.
sanctioned. It's not professional or amateur.
Okay.
You can have ex-professionals or ex-amateurs who can go and fight in there, and you still get paid for it.
Okay, once somebody is amateur, he can turn into pro. But once somebody is pro, he cannot turn into amateur.
No, yeah.
Okay, let me have a call. That was a basic question. You know, people like to know.
Okay.
Yeah, hello, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Who's this?
My name's Raja Azhar from Walthamstow.
Mr. Raja Azhar Saab. Raja Azhar Saab. What do you want to say, Raja Saab?
I wanted to talk to the young man with regards to his professional record.
Yes, he's
And
listening to
also,
you. Please go on. Yeah, he's
and
listening
also,
to you. Go on. Yeah.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, you can. Yeah, he's listening to you. Go on, please.
Okay. I forgot his name. What's his name again?
AJI Sharif. AJI, the Journal Sharif. That's how we
Okay,
pronounce in
okay.
the boxing.
Ajwad Sharif, yeah?
Yeah, Ajwad. AJWAT. Ajwad.
Ajwad Sharif, yeah.
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum, Ajwad. Are you okay?
Walaikum salam. I'm fine, thank you. Fine.
Okay. I know your older brother, Saji Sharif, very well, and I know your family uncle sitting next to you. And first of all, I want to congratulate you on your professional boxing career. I'm also a amateur boxing coach myself.
Oh, wow.
Thank you. Yep.
Yes.
I just want to ask you, what is your professional record at the moment?
Okay.
I've just had my professional debut on the 16th of November in York.
100% record.
So York Bethnal Green, which I won. So the second one is March the 8th in York, is around the corner from Walthamstow as well. So hopefully I'll see you there.
Yes.
And Bethnal Green.
That's right.
So yeah.
Okay, thank you. Next caller, ji, assalamu alaikum. Drop the line. Next caller, assalamu alaikum. Hello. Hello. Is there anybody on the line?
Hello?
जी जी अस्सलाम वालेकुम
Hello?
जी टीवी की आवाज बंद कर दें प्लीज एको हो रही है
Yeah, are we in call, yeah?
yes yes it's okay but turn your TV's voice volume yeah okay
Okay.
I think you can ring us back, you know, it's echo is coming in my ear and it's difficult to. Okay, next call ji, assalamu alaikum.
हेलो वालेकुम सलाम
Who's this?
जी वालेकुम सलाम
जी who is this please?
जी मैं अली बोल रहा हूँ
जी अली साहब बताएं क्या कहना चाह रहे हैं बॉक्सिंग पे आज बात कर रहे हैं हम
जी बॉक्सिंग पे नहीं मुझे एशिया कप के बारे में पूछना है मेरे को बैट लगानी है मेरे को
अच्छा करते रहे आप माशाल्लाह वो तो अब चला गया काम 3 बिग वाला वो बैट वाला काम अब चला गया उधर ही जी नेक्स्ट कॉलर अस्सलाम वालेकुम
Walaikum salam. It's me again. I was the first caller. I just want to speak to Ajwad again.
Ji, please.
Regarding his debut at the York Hall.
जी
But professional boxing is more of a business rather than a sport. Promoters tend
Okay,
to...
very good question. I'll ask this question properly. Okay, जी next call.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Yes, please.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Please go on.
Can I speak to AJI Sharif, please?
Yes, he is listening to you. Please go on. What's your name?
Hello, Aj?
What's your name?
It's Dave.
Oh, it's Dave. Dave, how you doing, Dave?
Okay, Dave. I think, Dave, you haven't turned your volume off, I mean, your TV's volume. Anyway, is there any more call? No call. It was Dave, and probably he wanted to, you know, convey his sentiments. Okay, Raja Azhar Saab, he congratulated you, and he's amateur coach as well. But he put a very good question, while you are going to do this boxing just for the sake of sports, or just for the sake of business, or earn money, or whatever?
I've come into
Or
this.
it's both.
I've come into this. I've come into this sport on a serious level. You know, when I went with my coach, I told him back in the day, I said, look, if there was a title there or £1 million, I'd take the title. I'm not in this for the money. And
let me put one thing in this. Before the first half, I think in our first half, I asked you how much money. You said you don't know. It means you are not going for the money. You are going for the sports because that's what you said. I don't know about money.
Yeah.
You just want to win the fight or just fight.
What he was saying is basically professional is a business. It is a business because it's just like everyone does 9 to 5 job. That's my job. I go there to get paid. But there's also something about pride. I've got a lot of pride and I've got a lot of hunger for the sport, and I want to succeed as an individual, and I want to take this sport as far as I can, and hopefully win titles. And I'd rather be remembered as a champion than have a big bag of money.
Which boxer do you watch more, just to get motivation, like Muhammad Ali, Tyson, or any other boxer, whichever you name?
I watch all kind of fighters. I watch from Muhammad Ali. I do watch Mike Tyson, the way he fights, his style of fighting, the aggression he has. I used to like it. I even watch lighter weights, welterweights like Miguel Cotto. He's humble. He just goes in there, does his business, doesn't speak rubbish with no one. He just goes in there, and that's what I like as well, And I've seen like from Sugar Ray Robinson from years and years ago, and I watch everything. I try to go for the
Do you
history.
give any statements before the fights? Usually, boxer, I'll kill him, I'll do this, that. Are you a quiet boxer?
I don't really say anything. I don't say. I just do the job in the ring, and then that's it. I've not gone in there, but at the moment you see a lot of fighters doing it because it's like he was asking. It is a business, and you do try to promote the fight by saying a lot of things to the other opponent and stuff.
When Amir Khan is in the ring, his parents,
Yeah.
especially the mother,
Yeah.
she keeps praying. What about your parents? What do they do?
Yeah, my mum be's at home. She doesn't like to come to the fight, but she's always praying for me.
Does she watch? Or?
She watches it. Or
Ay, mere bete ko lag gaya, ye
yeah,
bol raha
that's any mother's like that, So
Right.
my mum's always praying for me, and her prayers always helping me out and everything, So it's very good to have a nice close family.
मियाँ साहब ये बड़ा मुश्किल होता है आप रिलेशनशिप भी है फिर जो सब सारे आप एक टाउन का एक वो रिलेशनशिप हो जाता है ना चाहे आप ब्लड रिलेशन नहीं भी है तो जब आप जाएंगे जी के साथ हर फाइट में ठीक है चाहे जो नहीं भी जा सकते वो वॉच करेंगे टीवी पे तो उस वक्त ये रश ऑफ ब्लड होता है यार नहीं जीतना है और वो बॉक्सिंग वो कर रहा होता है अंदर से हम मुक्के मार रहे होते हैं ना अंदर से फील हो रहा था कि यार मारो ये वो उस वक्त क्या इमोशंस होते हैं किस तरह कंट्रोल करता है
देखें सबसे पहले तो जितनी भी अजवत की फाइट हैं तकरीबन मैंने एक मिस की है और इनफैक्ट चोई साहब भी हार्डली मिस थे
वही तो नहीं हारा कहीं एक ही जो मिस किया
वही मिस किया
अच्छा
तो एक तो ये है कि
आपको इंट्यूशन होगी कि
एक तो वो फाइट और बल्कि चोई साहब ने भी भाई साहब ने भी सभी फाइट देखी है
अच्छा
और बड़ी मजे की बात यह है कि जो बड़े भाई हैं वाले साहब इसके he comes to see every fight and mashallah he's 76 and he's a man who will just come and see put his son in boxing.
He's got parental support, full parental support.
Full, I mean, he's a fit himself, mashallah. And talking about a young man here, I think we're very hopeful. I mean, the people who've been following the boxing and the people, we're very hopeful that end of the year, I think going to be having some good titles, and that is what he's really rushing in for. And I think locally, especially in Reading, and like you saw. Young nephew, I'm sure it can be one of my friends' nephew, Azhar. There's a lot of others that we already, like he mentioned, that we got enough connection within sport. It was a different sport, but coming into this, network is already there, and it's going very wide. I mean, in Pakistan and it's everywhere. So, alhamdulillah, we're looking for a very good year for AJI, and we're positive. And the people who've seen him boxing, there's a 3 things: very intelligent, and very brave young man. And he's one of those who will take a punch and give a punch. And with the strength-wise, this was, like I said, our family was into strength and power. So he was a very strong young lad.
There's a lot of aggression behind him with the passion. There are 2 things.
I mean, with a young age, it was harder to keep him quiet in the college time. And, young, always having a problem here and there. So one of the things that we wanted him to come, we'd rather him to use his aggression in the boxing ring than actually outside the ring. So I think we got him at the right place now, and I think he's going to do something good, very special.
इंशाल्लाह। तो रियाज साहब, जैसे मियाँ साहब से मैंने एक क्वेश्चन किया है, अब आप लोग एजी ने खुद बताया कि मैं थोड़ा सा खेली बॉक्सिंग फिर छोड़ दी, उसमें ये भी वजह हो सकती है कि एजी से पहले कोई ऐसा नहीं था कि जिसकी इसके साथ कंपनी बन जाती है जो इसका रोल मॉडल होता, अब ये रोल मॉडल बन गया। एटलीस्ट अब जो यंगस्टर्स आएगा दे विल स्टिक विद दिस एनी गेम, क्योंकि उनको भी कोई गेम में निकलना पड़ेगा ना, जरूरी तो नहीं कि हर बंदे ही बॉक्सर बने, और गेम भी आ सकती है। तो आप लोग جی آپ جس لیول پہ لے آئے اس بات کو اسپیشلی ریڈنگ میں آپ لوگ اس کو اور کیسے پروموٹ کریں گے تاکہ آپ کی کمیونٹی میں ینگسٹر جو ہے کچھ اور کھیلوں میں بھی آئیں اور ایک وائبرنٹ آپ کی کمیونٹی ہو جائے؟
جہاں تک تعلق ہے ایجی کا، چونکہ آپ کو پتہ ہے کہ جو ہراول دستہ ہوتا ہے اس کی کیجولٹیز زیادہ ہوتی ہیں، لیکن جو پیچھے آنے والے ہوتے ہیں ان کے لیے چونکہ پہلے ہی پلیٹ فارم سجا ہوتا ہے ان کے لیے لائف ایزی ہو جاتی ہے. سو اسی وجہ سے میں ایجی کو کریڈٹ دے رہا تھا. اس سے بھی زیادہ میں سمجھتا ہوں کہ بھائی شریف صاحب کو جاتا ہے، ان کے والد صاحب جو ہیں، کیونکہ یہ میکسیمم ایفرٹس ان کی ہیں، صرف ایجی نہیں ہے، ان کے بڑے بھائی جو ہیں وہ بھی اوبیسلی ہی واز ان اسپورٹس اور ہی از ڈن ویری ویل. سو میاں صاحب کو خود بڑا شوق ہے، وہ خود بھی ماشاءاللہ بڑے فٹ اور
اچھا وہ میاں بھی ہیں اور شریف بھی، نواز شریف، میاں نواز شریف کے ساتھ
نہیں، وہ نواز شریف اور قسم کے وہ مطلب وہ پولیٹکس میں ہیں، یہ میاں شریف صاحب جو ہیں یہ اتفاق ہے. یہ تو
اور
آپ
پھر ایجی نے بھی، ابھی میں ایجی سے پوچھوں گا یہ جنرل کیوں لکھا؟ آج کل جنرل رحیل بھی ہیں، تو مطلب یہ کوئی ایسا تو
نہیں وہ جنرل تو وہ رحیل تو صاحب جو ہیں چیف آف آرمی اسٹاف، وہ تو ابھی آئے ہیں نا.
شریف ہی ہے نا.
مطلب یہ ہے کہ میں سمجھتا ہوں کہ ویسے تو باربرا شریف بھی ہیں، سو دیٹ ڈزنٹ مین کہ جو بھی شریف جس کے نام ساتھ لگے گا وہ ایسی بات نہیں ہے. اور بائی دی وے اب آپ نے بات کر ہی دی ہے کہ جب فن ہوتا تھا یا کوئی جوک ہوتا تھا تو شریف کی بات ہوتی تھی تو میں کہتا تھا کہ میں تو بھی محمد شریف صاحب کا، میرے جو فادر ان لا ہیں وہ بھی چوری محمد شریف، اور میرے والد صاحب جو تھے اللہ تعالیٰ جنت نصیب کرے وہ بھی چوری محمد شریف. تو میں نے کہا بھی میں تو چوری محمد شریف کا بیٹا ہوں، چوری محمد شریف کا داماد ہوں، دونوں طرف سے شریف ہوں. سو نام کی بات نہیں ہے، لیکن اجی کا میں سمجھتا ہوں کہ چونکہ ہی واز دی فرسٹ ون ٹو کم آن ٹو دس لائن ان آور ایکچولی ٹاؤن، تو میں تو یہی کہوں گا وہ اقبال والی بات کہ محبت مجھے ان جوانوں سے ہے ستاروں پہ جو ڈالتے ہیں کمند. لیکن ہم جتنی بھی ان کی فائٹس ہوتی رہی ہیں، میاں صاحب تو پاکستان سے تشریف لاتے ہیں، پہلے ہی آ جاتے ہیں کیونکہ ان کو شوق ہے. لیکن ہم جو ہے ہم بھی کوشش کرتے ہیں کہ جب ہمیں پتہ چلا فائٹ ہے، میں آپ کو پتہ مطلب کہ میں نکل جاتا ہوں واپس پاکستان چلا جاتا ہوں کیونکہ میں تو، لیکن یہ ہے کہ میں کوشش کرتا ہوں کہ آئی شوڈ بی دیئر. اس دن بھی ادھر تھا میں اس کی فائٹ پہ. لیکن دوسری بات جو میں نے دیکھی ہے کہ بچہ جس فیلڈ میں ہے یہ بہت کام رہا ہے. میں نے دیکھا ہے کہ اس کا مطلب جیسے آپ نے کہا نا کہ باکسر کہتے ہیں میں یہ کر دوں گا، میں مار دوں گا، میں یہ ہی گیٹس آن ود ہز جاب، بڑا میچور ہو کے.
ایگریشن کو ابزارب کرنا
ہاں میں تو بڑا
ہوتا ہے.
آئی واز ریئلی امپریسڈ بائی ہم آن دیٹ ڈے، کیونکہ وہ فرسٹ پروفیشنل فائٹ تھی. اور پہلے بھی میں نے اس کی فائٹیں دیکھی ہیں جو فائٹس ہوئی ہیں، بڑے حوصلے کے ساتھ، ہمت کے ساتھ، ایک میچور بندے کی طرح سلو اینڈ اسٹڈی یہ چلتا جاتا ہے. اور بعض اوقات وہ جیسے اس دن اس نے ہٹ کیا اس کو بلو دی بیلٹ، تو بڑے ہمت اور حوصلے کے ساتھ اس نے اس کو برداشت کیا. تو میں تو ریئلی آئی ہیو گاٹ گریٹ پریز فار دس ینگ بوائے. تو کریڈٹ گوز ٹو میاں صاحب ایز ویل. جہاں تک ہمارا تعلق ہے، ایوری ویئر ویئر ایور وی کین انکریج ہم، اوبیسلی ہی ول فائنڈ اس دیئر، اور ہم اس کے ساتھ ہوتے ہیں اور ہماری دعائیں بھی اس کے ساتھ ہوتی ہیں. اب ہم دعائیں کر سکتے ہیں نا، فزیکلی تو ہم کچھ نہیں کر سکتے. We wish him all the best.
First of all, your parents, the credit goes to your parents because, most of the youngsters, when they don't have their parental support, they feel a bit lost. So at least your parents, they deserve hell of credit, right? Yeah. And after that, credit goes to you because you are paying them back. Whatever they have given you, you are paying them back. Not only them, your community as well. You are a community symbol. And at least our youngsters, they will get motivation and they start thinking or doing something else. Any sports, something else means. Okay, while I was putting that question in the first half, let's say after 3-4 years or whenever, 5 years, whenever you can prolong, you'll get retired. Would you be thinking to become as a coach or trainer, afterward, because you are making this as your life?
I wouldn't mind. I would definitely try sticking to the sport. I've loved the sport from young. I've had a passion for it. So I'll definitely try to be involved one way or another. So even to help youngsters out, if I'm there helping, I will definitely help out. So.
Because what I watched in that fight, the other boxer, it's not nothing against him. He's not here. It's not nice. But at least when I checked it minutely, he was trying to get help from the crowd. But you were just going into the ring again and again. You were all of your people, they were behind you. You knew it.
Yeah.
And you were just focused on punches. And from the very first round and even from the very first touch, you did not stop or you did not relax. Okay, that was only 4 rounds game. What was the what will be the other one? The next 4, 5, 6, 8.
The first few fights would be 4 rounds.
Okay.
And then they will build up 6 rounds, 8 rounds,
Right.
10 rounds, and if it's a title, then it'll be 12-round fight
And
or 10 fight.
the fights you had already as amateur heavyweight.
There was all amateur fights are usually 3 rounds.
3 rounds. Okay.
3 rounds. So this is 4 rounds, and it'll just build up. It'll build up as the opponents get tougher and the fights get tougher. The rounds will go higher as well. So
Have you ever thought about that fight, in Bethnal Green, that what is called the cash ward, or fighting? They have those fights for cash awards on the day.
prize fighter.
Yeah, prize fight. Yes.
I was the 2 days before I fought. Michael Sprott fought, and
Right.
he won it. He won the UK versus USA.
Okay.
And me and him sparred together. He was my sparring partner all the way through, and he got ready for the prize fight 2 days before mine, and he won that. But yeah, if I had a chance, maybe next year.
This is like a
Yeah, if I
freestyle
had a
boxing, isn't it?
Prize fight it's like a tournament. You have to
Yes.
fight
Oh,
3
okay.
times in one night.
Right.
So it's quarterfinals, semi-finals, and a final. And if you win the final, you get a cash prize and a trophy at the end. But yeah, it's 3-round fights. Each fight is a 3-round fight. And yeah, Michael's won it twice. Michael Sprott's won it twice. And if I had the opportunity, I'd go for it. I would.
This is your first fight in lineup. How many fights are you going to line up, in future, near future?
I've got 8 fights this year, which
Okay.
is back to back. Not much gap, max 4 or 5 weeks gap.
Okay. Right.
And I'm gonna have 8 fights. Then I'm just gonna sit down with the manager and promoter and see what he wants to do from there.
And what about any other overseas fight, or you're going to have all here?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay.
He might have something abroad, and I think even Uncle will tell you as well that I got offered. I think Pakistan, Independence Day, I got offered to fight in Pakistan.
Army champ. They wanted to fight there.
ज़ाहिर है ना celebrity बन के माशाल्लाह अब तो ज़ाहिर है
Yeah.
हर जगह पे लोग
They
से-
wanted to do it in Karachi. We had approached
Huh.
one of the channels and some people. They said if we can come in, fight. But obviously, it's very important for him
to stay here with
you
these
know,
fights. Too.
to stick here because
Yeah.
obviously they're going to go for title. They need to move on. So, but I think it's been nearly a 6 year. You've been amateur and now you got pro and all that. It's been nearly 6 years. So really, you've been for good 5 years. You've been into. I mean, being a
ठीक.
super heavyweight and now coming to cruiserweight. So that was a bit of
माशाल्लाह
just-
हम closing पे हैं आखिरी कोई आप line any closing line
Akhri
from your
bhai,
side?
we need everyone to pray and
Inshallah.
keep looking for AJI Sharif, and inshallah he won't disappoint us.
Cheek.
And I think I mentioned I picked up is the first ever cruiserweight or heavyweight from Pakistani special or Asian, if I can remember, because I haven't come across that any Asians have got this far as a pro, even from Pakistan or from India or from here. So I think that is going to be something very
Inshallah.
special, and
Cheek.
he got very good physique
Cheek.
and
Thank you.
good fitness and.
थैंक यू मेरे साहब जी चोई साहब आपकी तरफ से कोई लास्ट वर्ड
जी यही अर्ज़ करूँगा कि एक्चुअली जब वन ऑफ द रीज़न कि मैं बड़े शौक़ से इसके साथ जाता हूँ, बच्चा भी अच्छा है। मेरे बेटे को बड़ा शौक़ था चौधरी इजाज़ उल हक, और मैंने उसको नहीं जाने दिया बॉक्सिंग में।
चलो
तो
कोई
मुझे
बात
बताया गया कि अगर जाने देता तो वो नेचुरल बॉक्सर था।
चलो ये
तो
भी
अब
आपका
मैं नहीं
बेटा,
चाहता
इसमें
कि
ही
ये
अपने
बेटे
बेटे
की
को
तरह ही
देखें।
इसको
बिल्कुल,
ट्रीट करता हूँ, तो
बिल्कुल
मैं वो भी वो कंपनसेट कर रहा
ठीक,
हूँ।
बहुत शुक्रिया
हाँ, तो इंशाल्लाह वी आर देयर, और हमारी
young
दुआएं
man
और हर
everything is coming towards you.
Yeah.
How is it's up to you now how are you going to absorb as you have absorbed your passion. Know this the fame, how are you going to absorb?
I'm just keep myself on the level. I'm not going to let anything get to my head. And I'm just going to keep myself focused and stay on the sport and try to basically keep everyone proud, whoever's been, and try to get as much support as I can. Sport's been good so far, so don't want to let anyone down. Hopefully build up the support.
And the message to any youngsters?
The message to youngsters, if they know me, they'll know about me. And I was no angel growing up. I was probably the worst of the worst. But I changed my life around, and I hopefully influence a lot of youngsters to come into the sport. Because a lot of especially Asian boys nowadays, are going on the streets messing about, but it's not worth it. You're just like me, I wasted a lot of years.
True. Thank you, AJI, and good luck to your fight. Chaudhary Riaz sahab, आपका शुक्रिया, Ms.
Thank
Salim
you very
sahab,
much.
आपका भी शुक्रिया, and thank you once again, AJI, the General Sharif. Chaudhary Riaz sahab ने एक शेर